If you have cellulite, lower back pain, or feel like your glutes don't really work, this is not three different problems. It's one system. And once you understand this, everything about your body starts to make a lot more sense. Because right now, most women are trying to fix these things separately. Cellulite? Use creams. Back pain? Stretch your back. Glutes? Do more workouts. And when none of that really works, you start thinking something is wrong with you. But the truth is, nothing is wrong with you. What's missing is understanding how your body actually works as a system. Let's simplify this. Your pelvis, your glutes, and your lower back are not separate parts. They are one functional unit. They are constantly working together to support you, stabilize you, and move you. And when one part is not doing its job properly, the others automatically compensate. That compensation is where most problems begin. Let's start with the glutes. Most people believe their glutes are weak, but very often they are not weak, they're inactive. There's a big difference. Weak means the muscle cannot produce force. Inactive means your brain is not using that muscle efficiently. And this happens a lot in modern life. We sit a lot. We move in limited patterns. We lose connection to certain muscles. So your glutes stop being the primary drivers they are meant to be. And when that happens, your body still needs to function. So it finds another way. Most often, your lower back takes over. Now your lower back is not just stabilizing, it's working overtime. It's helping you stand, move, hold posture, and compensate for what the glutes are not doing. And over time, that creates tension. Not because your back is weak, not because your back is damaged, but because your back is doing too much. This is why so many people stretch their lower back constantly and feel temporary relief, but the tension keeps coming back because the cause was never in the back itself. Now, let's bring cellulite into this. Cellulite is one of the most misunderstood things when it comes to the female body. It is not just fat, and it is definitely not just about weight. Cellulite is influenced by connective tissue structure, fluid dynamics, circulation, and how the tissue is supported from underneath. In women, connective tissue has a different pattern. It is more vertical, which means fat cells can push through more easily, creating that uneven surface. This is normal. This is not a flaw. But what makes cellulite more visible is not just the structure. It's how the tissue behaves. If the muscles underneath, especially the glutes, are not active and supportive, and the tissue above is under constant tension or poor circulation, the surface becomes more uneven. So now we connect everything. Inactive glutes, the lower back compensates, tension builds, circulation becomes less efficient. Tissue becomes more rigid or stagnant, and cellulite becomes more visible. This is not random. This is a chain reaction. And once you see it this way, a lot of common advice stops making sense. For example, creams. Creams work on the surface of the skin. They can improve hydration. They can temporarily make the skin look smoother. But they do not change connective tissue structure. They do not change muscle activation. They do not change how your body distributes load and tension. So they cannot solve the underlying cause. Massage is a little different. Massage can improve fluid movement. It can stimulate circulation. It can reduce temporary tension. And that's why it often feels good. And that's why the skin may look smoother right after. But again, if the underlying pattern does not change, the result does not last. Now let's talk about workouts, because this is where many people go in the opposite direction. They think, if something is wrong, I need to do more. More intensity, more reps, more burn. But if your body is already compensating and already holding tension, adding more intensity can actually reinforce the same patterns. Your back works more. Your glutes still don't activate properly. Your body stays in the same loop. And this is why many women train consistently and still don't see the changes they expect. Not because they are not trying hard enough, but because the system hasn't changed. So, what actually works? What actually creates change in how your body looks and feels? It starts with changing how the system behaves. Not forcing it, not punishing it, but retraining it. That means first restoring connection, feeling your glutes, learning how to activate them without compensation, reducing unnecessary tension in the lower back, allowing the pelvis to move more freely. improving circulation not through force, but through movement. Then, once that foundation is there, you gradually add load. You build strength. You give the tissue a reason to adapt. But the order matters, because strength on top of dysfunction only reinforces dysfunction. And this is where most people get stuck. They skip the foundation. They go straight to intensity. And then they feel frustrated when nothing changes. Real change is slower than quick fixes, but it's also more stable. When your glutes start doing their job again, your lower back doesn't have to overwork. When tension decreases, circulation improves. When circulation improves, tissue quality changes. And over time, the surface starts to look different. Not because you attacked cellulite directly, but because you changed the environment it lives in. This is a completely different way of approaching your body. It's not about fighting it. It's about understanding it. Your body does not need more pressure. It needs better coordination, better awareness, and consistency. Small, intelligent changes done regularly work better than aggressive efforts done occasionally. When you stop treating cellulite, back pain, and glutes as separate problems and start working with the system, your body starts responding differently. Not instantly, but deeply. And more importantly, sustainably. If this helped you understand your body in a new way, stay here. Because this is where real change begins.